I'm going to tell you right now, I really like this book. I really enjoyed reading the final book in the Powerless trilogy by Lauren Roberts, but it's not going to sound like it. I have a lot of complaints about this book. So let me just start by saying I really enjoyed this book, but I have some concerns. I have some thoughts, and I'm not overall satisfied with this story, but I still enjoyed it, and I think that you will too. Do I recommend this trilogy? Yes. But it's far from perfect. And I know that, and you should know that. And just go in, enjoy the ride. Don't worry about all the problems with the story, because I do think it's worth the read. Hi, here's a review for you on Fearless by Lauren Roberts. This is book number 3 of the Powerless trilogy. Okay, look. So we have book number 1, Powerless, followed by a cute little novella called Powerful, which follows the story of Mac and Adena. Then we have Reckless, book 2. This video is mainly going to focus on the final book of the series, which is Fearless, but I have a couple comments about the previous books as well. Before we get started, don't forget to hit subscribe. I really appreciate your support. If you are a book lover, if you love to read, if you enjoy book-related rants, discussions, book summaries, this is the channel for you. I love this channel, and I would love to have you. So again, thank you for your support, and let's dive into a review. Oh, but before I get there, this review contains spoilers. I'm so sorry, I cannot keep it spoiler-free. I can't, because the things that I need to complain about contain spoilers. Yeah, there's no way around it, so I'm so very sorry. Maybe before I do that, in case you want to cut me off here, in case you don't want any spoilers, let's just say this was a solid 4-star book. I think that's fair. My favorite of the trilogy was definitely Powerless. I thought this was a 4.5-star read. I enjoyed it, had some problems with it, wasn't perfect, but definitely enjoyed it. Powerful was fine. Solid 4-star read. Very sad. So just expect that. Reckless was 3 stars. I feel like this could have been a novella. Sorry. It's shorter, but it should have been even shorter. There's really not a whole lot going on. There's some redundancy in here that kind of drove me nuts. Did I enjoy it? Yeah. 3 stars. With Fearless, I landed on a 4-star rating. I feel like that's fair. Did I enjoy it? Yes. Do I recommend it? Yes. Is it perfect? No. Before we talk about the problems, let me pause here. This will be the end of the spoiler-free section, so before you play this video any further, please be advised, coming up, we got some spoilers. All right, so here we go. I complained about this in Reckless. Do you remember in Powerless how important it is that Peyton buries anyone who passes? Like, it doesn't matter, friend or foe. Everyone deserves a proper burial. That characteristic just flies out the window somewhere around the midway point in Reckless, where all of a sudden she really doesn't give a damn about burying people. Like, it's not even a thought. And that's like a big part of her character. She wants to be kind and do the right thing. Again, doesn't matter if this person was trying to kill her. She's like, I'm gonna bury him. Okay, well, that just evaporates. And the thing is, there's like no inner dialogue that says, okay, I've moved beyond this. Not everyone deserves a proper burial. I've seen too much death for this to matter. There's none of that. It's just all of a sudden, she doesn't care. And the thing that really bothered me in Fearless is when Mac dies. Consider who Mac is. This is the boy who her best friend loved. She visits him in the dungeon with a dagger sticking out of his chest. All she does is close his eyes and is like, farewell, leaves his ass there. Not a single thought for, hey, maybe I should bury my best friend's lover. That would be nice. Kai ends up doing it. He buries him in the poppy field out of the kindness of his heart, but Peyton didn't ask him to do it. She didn't worry about it. She didn't spare a single thought for, wow, this boy was really important to Adena. Maybe we should bury him. Did you forget that that's like a thing? It's a huge part of your personality. I don't understand. We could chalk it up to character development. Fine, okay, she's moved beyond it, but I think there needs to be a conversation or some kind of inner dialogue where she says to herself, okay, I don't have the time, I don't have the resources, or maybe simply I am hardened to the point where I don't care anymore. But there has to be some kind of flip or switch that the reader is made privy to. Like, okay, I guess we can come to our own conclusions, and that's fine. So that's what I'm going to do. Being nitpicky, but like, what happened there? And I hate to say this next part. I really hate to say it. Adena dies at the end of book 1. Peyton is constantly bringing her up, and Adena, she was my light and she's now gone, and oh my gosh, her light is winking out for all of the treachery I've caused in this world, blah 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 blah. Okay, yes, you love your friend. I'm so sorry that you've lost her. My heart feels for you, truly, Peyton, but at some point we need to stop bringing her up every single chapter. I just felt like we were being bombarded with, oh, I miss Adena. Oh, my light, the light of my life is gone, blah, blah, blah. Okay, let's move on, girl. I'm sorry. You've seen a lot of death. Your dad died in your arms. Your best friend died in your arms. Shoot, at this point, Kai has died in your arms, but he really didn't. He came back. It was just an illusion. It was Max. But anyways, whatever. I just felt like she was brought up so frequently that I was annoyed, okay? Was anyone else bothered by the fact that Peyton, in Ordinary, is able to defeat the sea creature in less than half a page? This ship is full of elites, and you're telling me that none of them, with all this power, could defeat the sea creature, but in Ordinary, it just throws a spear into its eye and it's like, let's call it a day. I wanted more. I wanted more of a challenge. I wanted more of a battle. Yes, Kai has a close call, but he's fine. It was like too easy for Peyton. I'm like, okay, girl, I know you're a formidable figure. You're a badass. I get it. But there has to be a little more challenge in there. I don't know. It just seemed too easy. I also was a little disappointed when they made it all the way to Isram and didn't even cite the sea creature. Like, it was, yes, they weathered the storms. Yes, the seas are treacherous, blah, blah, blah. But I was waiting for the sea creature, and I thought maybe they would encounter, at least see it from afar. But no, they encounter on their way back to Ilya, and it's over in the blink of half a page. And I go, oh my God, that's it. What kind of trial is that? That is lame. And I feel unsatisfied. I noticed certain use of words that Lauren Roberts really likes to use. She has been on this pretend train since book 2. Shoot, maybe even as far as book 1. I don't know. I really noticed it in Reckless, but Kai and Peyton are constantly pretending that they are different people, that they have the freedom to love each other without consequence. So it's just incessant. I feel like I was being badgered by, oh, we're pretending. Okay, yeah, okay. I get it. Thank you. Now, my thing with Fearless, that was definitely still there, but also the use of the word decorate. That sounds really weird, but it's the way that Lauren Roberts uses the word. Okay, let me give you an example. So I didn't even start tracking the number of times I noticed it until I was well over halfway through the book. I noticed it when Kai is talking about Peyton and the freckles that decorate her face. Peyton is also saying it about Kai with the dimples that decorate his face. And the term just kept coming up and I just kept noticing it. Again, this is petty of me. I know I'm being such a jerk, but let's be honest, it bothered me. Okay, let me show you. Example number 1, page 323. I passed the tree whose roots are decorated with the bundle of forget-me-nots, past the rocks and plants that were once stained with my blood. Okay. Example number 2, page 385. I've barely glimpsed the guards decorating my door before a gloved hand is slamming it shut, the thud followed by the turning of locks that makes me wince. Okay. Decorate. Yes. 397. The dungeon's thick door looms before us, its frame decorated on either side by 2 Imperials. Page 401. But they are together now, decorating the sky. And on the very next page, page 402, clusters of small flowers decorate the dress. Okay, that's not the same. That one's fair. I give that one a pass. Yeah, we're actually using decorate as it's intended to be used. Okay. So no flowery language there. Haha. Page 444. My heart pounds as we near the throne room. Sunlight streams through the many windows surrounding us to decorate the dark day with light. Okay, again, I'm being nitpicky. This is a very jerk-like thing to point out. And I couldn't write any better. I like Lauren Roberts' books. I like her ideas. I like her characters. I love her banter. But I just started noticing certain words that kept popping up. Again, petty, probably a stupid observation. It's a me problem, not a her problem. I don't expect that anybody else even picked up on this or was ever concerned or bothered by it. Something about Peyton's character that really bothered me. Once she finds out that Adam is not her biological father, she kept saying, "He's not my father. He's not my father." Lady, he is your father. He raised you like his own. What do you mean he's not your father? And then she finally finds out who her father is, Caleb, by the way. And she's like, oh yeah, my real father, Adam. It's like, lady, you couldn't figure that out before? Yes, he's always been your real father. Your father is the one who raised you, who put time, who put love and affection, who cared about you, who provided for you. That's your father, lady. figure it out sooner. Okay, whatever. Adam taught that girl to survive. He taught her how to pass off an ability so she could live. That's a great father if you ask me, but she continually, ever since she found out, oh, Adam's not my father. Come on. I've complained about this next part since book 1. The name thing. Okay, if my husband calls me by name, I'm in trouble. That's for sure. I would feel very weird if my husband were to say, hey, Jenna. Oh, what I do? I am normally hun, I am babe, I am some term of endearment. But for some reason, these characters, Peyton and Kai, they are obsessed with hearing their names muttered from the other person's lips. I think that is so weird. It's a thing, I guess. I don't know. A quirk, a kink. No, kink is not the right word. By the way, I really liked that this is low spice. Is there sex present? But yes, it's inferred, but it's not discussed. And that's been really nice. I've been reading a lot of smutty books recently. And let me tell you, this was a breath of fresh air because I needed a break from the raunchy sex scenes. Not every romantasy has raunchy sex scenes, but a lot of them do nowadays, let's be honest. So this was a wonderful break from that. I like that we know that it happened, but it doesn't need to give us a play-by-play of exactly what happened. Our imagination can fill in the gaps. I'm quite all right with that. So thank you, Lauren Roberts. I do appreciate that. What was I even saying? Oh, the name thing. I just think that's weird because it's not a thing for me. I don't call my husband by name. If I do, I'm really mad at him for probably some silly reason. But it's constantly, oh, I love to hear my name fall from her lips. And I just roll my eyes. I think it's so cheesy. I also found this part very interesting. Kai has a conversation at the dinner table with his cousin Andy and her lover Jasmine. And they're speaking pretty boldly in front of each other. And Andy is saying, Kai, she's not for you. She's for Kit. Blah, blah, blah. She's sitting right across the table from them. Like, can't she overhear everything that's being said? Especially because she is so observant. She may not have a hyper ability where she can hear very well, but it's like they're having this conversation not only in plain sight, but right across the table from each other. Anyways, thinking too much into it, I'm sure there's a lot of noise going on at the dinner table, but I felt like that was very bold for them to just have a full-on conversation about Peyton in front of Peyton. And she's just oblivious. And I'm sorry, that's just not her character. She's too observant. I mean, come on. She passed herself off as a sidekick for how long? Anyways, whatever. Okay, final complaint. At the very end of the book, we find out Blair is alive. Are we not going to question Lenny, who is a very loyal friend to Peyton, and say, hey, dude, you said you took care of the body. Well, clearly you didn't. I find it hard to believe that he was unaware. Lenny, come on, let's be real. Lenny knew that Blair survived and he helped her get away. We've already seen a scene in this book where he's speaking to Blair with familiarity, with almost like a loving conversation. Okay, maybe that's reading too far into it, but they're definitely familiar with each other. They like each other, or so it appears to be. He says he takes care of the body, and Peyton doesn't question that. Okay, it's been 5 years because this is at the very end of the book. Peyton now has a daughter who they've named Kit. But it's like never even a thought of, oh, Lenny said he took care of her. Like, what happened there? Some friend. Like, I want to like Lenny. I really do. He's sweet. But like, what? Your loyalty should be with Peyton, not this lilac-haired girl who killed Adena. Like, come on. With all that being said, I really enjoyed these books. It doesn't sound like it. I have a lot of complaints. They're far from perfect for me, but I liked them. And I recommend them. I think that you would like them too. I'm assuming that if you're watching this video, you've already read these books. Or if you're watching this video and haven't read the books, you don't care about spoilers. If I spoiled anything for you, I'm so sorry. I hope you can still enjoy the books if you choose to do so. Which, by the way, if you'd like to buy these books, I'm dropping a link below in the description box with a link to where you can purchase them on Amazon. Treat yourself. You deserve it because life is too short. You need to fill life with good books. These are good books, but they're not perfect. I would still consider myself a Lauren Roberts fan. I would read her other books for sure. I really love her banter. Okay, wait. I loved her banter in book 1. I became exhausted with it as the books went on because it was the same banter in every book. Same banter, same people, different location. Peyton's always telling Kai, oh, you cocky bastard. And Kai is always like, oh, pretty pay. It's like, okay, I need some variety because I'm really bored with the same banter, with the same jokes. I'm really just exhausted. I'll be honest. I was kind of over this book. Once I reached the last stretch of like 300 pages, I was like, okay, can we just finish this up? Because I feel like I'm seeing this over and over and over again. I'm feeling the redundancy of the conversation and the redundancy of the events. Okay, let's be honest. This book was interesting to me because we've returned back to what we did in book 1. We are returning to the trials. And I'm like, oh my God, we already did that. Can we do something else with the story? Like, you have the creative freedom to take this story anywhere you want, and you want to go back to the trials. Okay, I get it. Justified. Yes, we have a good reason to going back with the trials, but I did not go into this book wanting that or expecting that. So that was kind of a curveball that I will complain about. But I still liked it. I liked the trials. I think some of them were too simple, but man, I love the way that this book blew up in the end. There's a lot of reveals, almost too many. I guess that's another complaint of mine. I was like, is anybody's biological mother and father like actually that? Is everybody just having affairs and nobody knows where they actually came from biologically? It's like we've got all 3 of our main characters. They come from different parents than they are led to believe. It's just like, seriously? Okay, I've gone on for far too long. I've said what I needed to say. If you've read these books or if you haven't, please leave me a comment. Am I being totally unfair? Please tell me if I am. You can tell me, hey, all of your complaints are totally not valid and I was fine with the books. I respect that. And I hope that you had that experience. So leave me a comment. Did any of these things bother you? Am I totally alone? I know that I'm being nitpicky. I'm not normally like this. I would say that overall, I'm not a difficult reader to please, but my gosh, I did have some problems, but I still very much enjoyed the storyline, very much enjoyed the characters. I thought the writing, for the most part, was okay. Lauren Roberts is really young. Sometimes I forget that. Did you know? Okay, don't quote me on this, but she was very young when she wrote Powerless. I want to say she was like 19 years old. And then she wrote Fearless, I want to say when she was 21. Like, wow, that is incredible. Way to go, Lauren Roberts, because seriously, I'm well into my 30s and I couldn't write half as well as what you've cranked out. So hats off to you. I know I've had a lot of complaints and I'm being harsh, but I couldn't do it any better. Okay, enough. If you found this video somewhat enjoyable or entertaining, I'm so glad. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I have a lot of upcoming content that I am really very excited about, so I hope that you stick around. I hope you make your way eventually to some of my other videos. I'm not always this negative. I will promise you that. A lot of my videos are overwhelmingly positive. If you go explore my page and watch anything regarding John Dies at the End by Jason Pargin, you will find nothing but positivity for the most part. So I like to keep stuff positive on this channel, but I keep things honest too. When things bother me, I'm going to say it. Whether you agree or disagree, it has to come out. So I respect either side, whether you loved or hated these books. I'd love to hear from you. So I'll catch you for the next Lauren Roberts book, whatever that will be. It may be part of the Powerless world, maybe not. Maybe it's something totally different, but I will read it. I will read her stuff, and I hope that you will too. So anyways, I hope you're reading something great. I hope that your 2025 is going splendidly, or whenever it is that you are watching this video. Here's to a year of wonderful books. Thanks for sticking around. I appreciate your support, and I'll catch you on the flip side.